What was the flight and seating situation when you were flying in the big leagues?
So it's actually funny because you would think it would be the opposite way around. So when I was with the Oakland A's, we shared 2 planes between 3 teams. I think it was the Oakland A's, the San Francisco Giants, and I think the San Diego Padres. At the time, we shared 2 planes. And they had the nice, like, thick plush recliners, right? The whole nine. They were like just... And then I go to the New York Yankees, and I'm like, oh, bro, I can't wait. I'm going to be able to leave things on the plane. It's probably some, like, special plane. It's just a regular Delta 737, right?
It wasn't like Air Force One?
No, it was the opposite of that.
Like Air George One?
You ended up getting 3 seats to yourself, and that was it. So, like, for a guy like me...
So everybody had their own row, essentially.
Yeah, everybody gets their own row, which was great. And obviously the coaches sit in first class, and then you have the media sits in the kind of the front part of the plane in the business, and then the players, we all sit in the back. So I don't mind it. I mean, it's a lot better, man. They wand you down right outside the plane. You get right on the plane. You don't have to go through all the security measures and stuff.
What were the plane rides like?
Amazing.
Amazing.
Just like,
is it kind of what the fans kind of think? Because I think a lot of guys, a lot of fans and listeners would just assume it's kind of like a party on the plane. A lot of guys playing cards.
And sometimes it is.
Just talking, kind of doing a little gambling, maybe just reflecting on the game, watching film. Like, what are those plane rides
I think a lot of factors go into those plane flights. How much you're winning, how much you're losing. Whether you have an off day the next day or not. Because let's be honest, man, if you turn it up in the airplane the night before, that next day, bro, when you come on back down, you're not feeling exactly the best. So I think, obviously, back in the day, I think there were a lot more stories. We obviously heard some stories about the New York Mets back in the day, trashing some planes and the whole nine. I don't think it's like that anymore. I think it's a little different now than it was back then. But, yeah, I'm sure some teams turn it up from time to time. You get the music going. You usually got the groups of guys, right? You got the guys playing the music. You got the guys now that you're able to kind of carry your electronics. You got guys with the Xboxes and the PlayStations going and the whole nine. Obviously, Fortnite's a huge game right now.
Right.
And then you get the guys either, in the back, right? The veteran guys, either talking about the game or something like that. So there's different kind of areas you can go on the plane. But at the end of the day, man, you're just going to sit with your boys. You're just going to hang out. And like you're saying, either reflect on the game or not. But for ourselves, try and catch up on as much sleep as possible. Teams, big teams like the Yankees, Red Sox playing in a lot of Sunday night baseball games. Well, Monday's not really an off day, so you have to travel that night. So obviously a lot of the time you need to get some sleep on that plane moving forward.
What group were you in on the plane, and did that change? Did that change in different stages of your career? Like maybe you got to turn it up a little bit more in your early days in Oakland, and then near the end in Cleveland, you're just kind of like the veteran.
Yeah, well, coming up with the Oakland A's at the time, I mean, we were part of the Moneyball crew, and we were all looking up to Jason Giambi, party like a rock star, play like an all-star. I mean, that's what we were thinking at the time. So I think for us, I mean, it was a lot easier to answer the bell when you're 22, 23 years old than it was later in your career when you're 34, 35, bro. One day on, I need 3 days off, for real.
For more of The Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live or download the Rich Eisen Show app.